Welcome to Echotraders. You're in the Echotraders trading room. It is Wednesday, 10:30, and we're looking for a target here, 48.94 to the upside, and we're also looking for a target to the downside, handy where my name is on the chart. We want the upper target first, and then we'll want to see a follow-through later today to the downside. Now, numbers are out. Moving to our upper target here just slightly. We'd like to see 48.94, maybe 49.12, and then for the market to back off. We want to see 48.94 here. Not quite there yet. Slow to move. Didn't quite get target. We'll look for support off of the EMA. So we have the EMA here. This is our target here. The number is 48.94. It's on the left-hand side. You also have 49.12 up in here. And the market not quite there. So it did move up toward the target and back to the EMA. So this here is kind of a little bluish line here. Might not get target. Targets to the downside are right down in this area here. We have 47.08 and 47.20. We'll look for that upper target first. And we're looking for support off of the EMA. What a slow breakout. Okay, we're getting that little push to the upside. We're looking for 48.94 here. And maybe 49.12, and we're looking for exhaustion at those numbers. And we'll see if the market will take out that high at 48.88 and then exhaust shortly afterwards. So we have a 1, 2, 3 punch setup that puts us our target at 49.12. We don't always get that target, but prior resistance is right here. So the market does have to do all that work all over again. So coming off of the EMA, right here where the crosshair is, we looked for, in the room here, we said we want to see that as support. I'll put the crosshairs on, exactly what we're looking for. We were looking for a support area here at 48.52. So if you re-entered at 48.52 area, maybe 48.53, not chasing it a whole lot, that's up about $100, a little tiny bit more. And you're looking to take out the high here, and not exactly getting that. But we'd sooner see our long targets first and then exhaustion to take place and a complete turnaround, run back down here. That's $150 plus to the downside. Or, I'm sorry, 150 ticks to the downside. Dollars, you can do the math, times 10. My name is Dale Elliott. We put the disclaimer on. We'll throw that on again. It wasn't on for very long. It accidentally got taken off in short notice there. So we're looking for upper target and then the lower target. It may take all day to get to the lower target. We don't care. Okay, we don't care how long it is. The upper target will serve as pretty reasonable profit from support. So just not making it up to the target in this year, target at 48.94. It did just came up there one tick above the high of the day. The high of the day from 6 o'clock yesterday, 6 o'clock p.m. And the market came one tick above that, and so that makes that a higher high, and higher highs can be shorted. So target to the downside will be on the table here. 4708 area and 4720. Of course, the 20 would have to be first. And we'll see if it gets there. Of course, if you're using an SMA 200, it's going to look something like that. So that is also a target to the downside before the rest. We'll come back and keep you posted if we can get the targets down handy. My name. Okay, here we are. It's now 25 minutes after 2 o'clock. The market kind of jerked around there a little bit, did make it up into the 48.94. We were looking for the 48.94 before we were looking for 47.08 area. And we'll see if it has a little bit more in it, maybe exhaust somewhere around 49.12. One thing at a time. We'll go this way, black. Okay, so 48.94, you're going to lock in some money here. We can zoom in on this here real quick, see if we get 49.12 too. What you're looking for is pullback. So you're going to want to see a pullback candle to roughly here. And you'd look for another green one very similar to this one that is producing right now, and that's going to be in 1 minute and 43 seconds. Okay, and then that should take us to here, and we'll put a label on here, price label goes in here. And that is 423. Okay, so another 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. We'll come back and do an update on this. Here we go. We'll get a new candle here. Roughly where the black arrow is, we do want to see a green flat bottom and to produce a little further. Now we do have a little situation here with what just took place. So we're going to look at brighter, and what this is is a resistance area. So this here may not take out that high, so the 49.12 may not get reached right away. And so that's a good idea, as you can see. That's why we suggest you take money at 48.94. Okay, so you take some money. If you have a runner, we just simply lock it in. We'll look for it to go, but the pullback to here. So now you'd put your stop in. If you re-entered here, you did make about $140 on your re-entry. I'll put the crosshairs here. So this here candle came in here at 48.83 roughly, and 48.94 is roughly $100 to the upside. It did go a little farther, so it went about $150 in that span, but you had to take that money. So if you scalp that little pullback and then up into that, so that's fine. 49.12 may be a little elusive at this time. We'll zoom out. You can see it in here. And what we were talking about, your 48.94, that was the target. If you can rewind the video. Market did push to the downside. It put in that arrow, that little white arrowhead that we just put on. It put in this here arrow, and this here is a sign of exhaustion. So this here one here is a sign of exhaustion. And then the market pulled up, back, put in a higher low. This here higher low, you can trade long. All right, so entry from anywhere below the EMA here. So 32 to 46, so within that $140 range, you go long off of the cross on your MACD. Okay, I'll show you the cross on your MACD. Cross on the MACD, it comes in here. So anywhere, that's your follow-up that you did it right. And we had this here little trend line. The market broke that trend line to the upside. The trend line copy. So that little line there, once it breaks that line, you don't want to be short anymore because it's not in the trend. It's out of the trend. So you have, we'll use the crosshairs. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4-minute candles, so about 20 minutes to make a decision. Your cross, which people say, hey, that's a delayed indicator, your cross is right here on your last candle. It's spot on, actually, isn't it? So that's your decision making. Yes, that candle movement to the upside kind of does just push that on up. But what we look for here is a different scenario. Your momentum to the downside is back here at 1336, so 136. Your cross here is almost a half an hour later. So like we said, 20 minutes. You had 20 minutes to get in that. There's no more momentum to the downside. It's all gone, right? And where is that? Once the market took out that with the green candle here, once that market took out your trend to the downside, you don't want to be short anymore. You might have to go neutral, but you don't want to be short, or else what happens is you give it all back. Okay, so this here triangular pattern over here, it's in gray. The market exhausted to the downside. It moved to the upside. There was still another little push to the downside, not taking out the low, so it's a higher low. And we recognize the higher low, and higher low we can trade long. Back to, we still had that target, right? We don't care whether the 49.12 gets reached or not. And now, giving back that money if you didn't take some at 48.94. You've just given back close to $200 and counting. All right. Till next time, trade well, my friends. Targets to the downside tomorrow, next day, next week.